I lived with my boyfriend and his parents for 3 months, and none of them knew that I was transgender. I'm gonna tell you how she found out. So basically, here's a little background on me. I started transitioning when I was a teenager, and I went through the whole glitz and glam. I met my boyfriend here in New York, and he was staying in Buffalo, but he relocated to New York, homeless. I met him outside. We eventually ended up getting together, and he told me that he was going to move back in with his parents and he would love for me to come with. So I went, and I didn't tell him, yo, I'm trans. He introduced me to his mom, he introduced me to his dad, I met a few of his siblings. And, I was even laying in the bed. There are times that I was showering and the mom would come in and and nobody had a clue. So one day I asked to use someone's phone, and my phone was not working, so I logged into my Instagram. I have two Instagram accounts. I have one for people that I know and another for people that I don't. So I ended up forgetting to log out, and his mom went to use her phone after me. And the next day, when I woke up, I just found her acting really funny. She was acting really strange. She loved me, but then she started acting very standoffish, almost like you betrayed me. Like, you could see the look in her eye. So, I finally decide that I've had enough with attention, and I want to ask her, what's really good? Like, what's happening? What's going on? What's beef? So she's like, you logged into my phone last night. Do you know what you left on there? I said, no, nothing. I should have logged out. And she said, I went to your page and I watched your videos. I said, what videos? She says, of your transition. You didn't tell us. So then she's like, you were around my kids. You were around my grandkids. You were around my nieces and nephews. Why didn't you tell me this? I said, ma'am, listen, you make it seem like I'm a threat to the public safety or something. I'm a regular girl, but I knew if I would have said something that I would be labeled otherwise and I would be dehumanized and treated funny. That's why I didn't say nothing. She said, well, you got to get up and help clean up. You know what? If you're going to be living here, you got to help clean up. She started getting real, snappy. So I'm like, I'm just going to pack my things and go because I know that's the next thing you're going to say. She's like, yeah. Does my son know? I said, nah. She said, you know what? We're going to keep it between us, but you got to go. I said, okay. So what did I do? I packed my stuff and I left. I wasn't going to play with her.
Hey folks, good evening or good morning, depending like what part of the world you're starting, what part of the United States. This is Jeff from This Week with JTT, rocking the USA shirt because I'm feeling patriotic. Yeah, I could talk today. Not. Excuse me while I'm getting drinking my ginger ale. With my Deadpool glass. Yeah, better recognize. The question of the week, possibly the month, would be simply this. And this is very, very hot button. Why do transgender people insist, I repeat, insist upon hiding their past? For example, the video they saw, and I must have saw the video like at least 2, 3, 4 times, and it still boggles the mind why this person will lie about their past, knowing that sooner or later it's going to come back one way or the other. Like, there's 3 things you cannot hide in life: the sun, the moon, know the truth. I don't care how hard you try to bury it or hide it. There are people who rather take the truth to the grave, but somehow that truth's got to come out one way or the other. Now, pertaining to the transgender community, the video saw about this person who started off as a man but transgender to a woman. And to make it more embarrassing, the guy's mom found out. And this person's excuse is like she don't be treated differently, but for heaven's sakes, give the boyfriend a chance to make up his own mind. When you withhold or lie important information, you're not being truthful. I mean, how long are you going to keep this lying? And when your partner eventually find out, you think he has a problem with you now. Trust me, when he finds out you've been lying to him or her, what make you think they're gonna have no issues with you? Especially with a man. If you found out that you was a man in the beginning before you transition to a woman, men guard their masculinity aggressively and possibly violently. I'm not saying anything that causes any problems, anything like that, but people like that person there is taking a very big chance. They are literally playing Russian roulette. You gotta understand this. There'll be some people who'll be okay being with a person who's transgender. Some people will be okay with it. But you still gotta give people a chance to make up their mind. You gotta give people a chance, give them a choice. Always give them a choice. Honesty always has, always will be the best policy. It kind of goes up there, like say, if a man's about to marry this woman who he perceives is a good, pure woman, but this woman is anything but good. She might be a retired 3 or 4 with a body count with either 100, 200, or 300 bodies. And she tells the guy along she only had 5. Wrong. Tell the truth. Be honest with your partner. You're better off for it. Because at the very least, like say, if this person tells the boyfriend that, look, I was a guy, I'm transitioning to this woman, at least the boyfriend would respect this person a lot more. Now, despite the fact that this person and the guy's mom want to keep it a secret, if this person is legit on TikTok, he knows. And I know he's not happy about that. But I'm going to go one step further as far as reading some of the things I see online on, if I'm correct, is Quora.com, because some of the questions, some of the answers, some of the comments, it's going to mess with your head. There's a story about this one person who transitioned from man to woman, and the work of this person was so convincing, the person went to a strip club. Now here's the kick though. This person was having all social relations with these dudes, and worse, exposing them. I mean, going on social media telling like the person's name, I'm going like, are you kidding me? Now you're playing with fire. And the sad part, when something bad happens, it's a hate crime. But here's the reality though. I know you may have feelings with a person, you might want this person bad, but be truthful with the person. Be honest. Because now you make it look bad for the rest of the transgender community as they're being labeled as untrustworthy. Simple as that. But I'm looking right now on the laptop, and some of the things I read, I put down for a Quora. This like online site. Any question you have, it would try to answer it based on what other people can answer. Like this is what I got right here. What happened? What are your thoughts on people lying or withholding information from their partners or potential partners about them being transgendered? And some of the answers will blow your mind. Check this out. I'm not going to say the person's name. I want to respect their privacy. This one says, insane for a start. If someone did that to me, I'm not sure I can control my anger. It's on the same level as someone committing sexual assault or rape. IMO, whatever the heck that means. Also, why would anyone want to have a relationship with someone who's willing to lie and act deceptively? Keep that in mind. It goes on. At the very least, not disclosing that before sexual activity would be grounds for time behind bars. Yeah. Like say there's a guy who got a very serious STD, had fun with this girl, but never told her. She gets deathly ill. This girl could have this guy arrested for assault, possibly attempted murder, something like that. Now I'm not saying in terms like in terms of transgender people. I'm not. It's more like the people deserve to know the truth. But they think that, it's not that serious, the people not important, or the thing they try to do is stay with that person for so long, make the people fall so deep in love that even when they tell the truth, eventually they're not going to care. But the reality is, I imagine people do care at some point. They say, like, how can you lie and deceive me like that? Here's another one. Oh, this one's pretty hard here. This is a hard answer right there. It is immoral to withhold this kind of information from partners or potential partners. It would be called a lie. And a partner or potential partner will have every right to leave and never talk to that liar again. Honesty. I know it's difficult and all that, but honesty is always the best policy. Let me see. Oh my God. This one's this is a bit hardcore. You know, I'm not sure about. Let me read this here. This is from another person. This is what it says here. They are the reason why so many trans women are getting beaten to death. Stop lying. Stop lying. It helps no one. I do not condone violence and death on no one. But like I said before, men are very, very, very protective of their masculinity, and they would do anything, and I do mean anything, to protect it at all means necessary. But guys, these days, it's kind of sad. Now you gotta question everything in life. You gotta question everything. Okay, and I got two more, and I got stuff from there. This one here says, I think they got to be extremely stupid and self-destructive to do that, as some their lies or hidden agendas would surface and probably anger their partner. Scary but true. Scary but true. You know, I mean, if you know anybody who's like that, who plays these games, discourage them to stop, because their lives could depend on it. I'm serious. Okay, last not least, this one is different. This might be one where it might be for them, might be on their side. It says, I can actually answer this. I am the wife that reacted badly, horribly. I could have done so much better than I did, and I still feel after all this time guilt over how unsupportive I was. And that's how it goes. I imagine this person went from man to woman, stuff like that. When she came out, she was already scared, vulnerable, and terrified that I would leave her. Regardless of what anyone says, inside there's nothing but terror of being abandoned. As a wife, it was my job to reassure her that I was there for her and I was going nowhere. I dropped the ball, so badly the ball. I became withdrawn and sad. I was angry, depressed. I felt isolated, like no one else on the planet would understand how I was feeling, and no one could emphasize. I resent. We fought. She withdrew. We fought. I yelled, got silent, slept on the couch. We fought. Sounds like a very vicious cycle here. Yeah, long story short, this sounds like her husband was a woman. And of course, there was conflict. Well, like I said, I'm going to stop right here. Bottom line, honesty always been the best policy. And this is not me trying to start stuffing in the transgender community, but still, you got to be honest with the person you're with, you know. Because sooner when that truth comes out, it's going to come out in a very explosive way and it won't be good. So, like I say, be smart. Don't do harm to each other. Try to stay blessed. Thank you. Take care. This is Jeff again. And then I found something that I didn't realize that I didn't think about, but I say, why not? Let me see if I can find this right here. Yep. This person here says, it seems like informing them is a moral imperative. I agree. In fact, I recommend people include that in their profile. That will avoid accusations of catfishing somebody. That's a good idea. Do I think that people for the transgender community do that? I don't know. I'll be a liar if I say, oh, they would do it. I don't know. Some don't want that stigma. But at the same time, you know, you better tell the truth, you know, or go some type of site where it would cater to them. And like I said, I heard stories how guys when women who was men that's transitioned to women, and I've seen some of it. And women, when these guys transition to women, you'll be fooled. You'll be fooled completely. I mean, there's something you can tell immediately. You can tell them by the face, the facial hair, Adam's apple, the voice. You got some you cannot tell unless they tell you. Yeah. But bottom line, those people still have the moral obligation to tell their partner or potential partner, however brief, maybe for about 5 minutes to about 5 years, tell them the truth about the past. You're better off that way.